Hello and welcome to White Horse Music TV! My name is Richard Bodina and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Bodina, who is not behind the camera. I can tell because it's Graham, he's got a beard, and it's not Michelle. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to tune. I've got my teacher's hat on, my teacher's bald head. And the reason is because, with this coronavirus thing, we've got a bit of a shutdown at the moment. And we can't get to our teachers, and our teachers can't tune for us. Often people are doing Zoom or Skype or something online lessons, and so they're going to have to tune their own violin, and I figured, why not help? Or maybe you have a tiger out the front of your house and you can't get past the tiger. That could be true. Unlikely. If there is, call the zoo and they might lock up that tiger. That'd be sad for the tiger. Anyway, let's move along. Alright, so to start with, I'm going to tune the violin, help you tune the violin that is almost in tune. So this is a violin that you want to sort of like fix up a little bit each week. You'll notice that this violin here has 4 fine tuners. Some violins have 1 fine tuners. Most people who play with a violin with 1 fine tuner are usually a higher level violinist who probably wouldn't need my help tuning the violin. So I'm going to say you guys probably have all 4 fine tuners there. Now, so this violin is fairly much in tune, but I have this handy little thing called a tuner. It's not a tuna fish, it's a tuner. Tuna fish wouldn't be helpful in this matter. So this tuner, it says 440 on it, and that's very important. So it's the A note on that tuner would be 440 vibrations per second. Sometimes you can set that to higher or lower, but in this case, and in most cases, we're tuning it to 440 vibrations per second. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can register your note with your tuner. So first of all, I'll tune the A string. You can either tune it by plucking the note and then having a look. Oh yeah. So currently that little needle was just to the left of the center. See, it's listening to me now, it's jumping all over the place. But when I play the note, it was just to the left of the center. So anything to the left of the center means that the note is flat compared to what you want it to be. Flat as in too low, and it's not sharp as in too high. So if it's flat and you've got these fine tuners, you want to turn the tuner clockwise to make the note higher. So I'm going to turn that tuner maybe 1 turn clockwise, and let's pluck it again. We'll see what this tuner says. Oh, I just turned to the right page in a book. That was awesome. Did you see that? The little blue light came on. The blue light came on because it was in tune. So that was really quick and really easy. And then because this is a chromatic tuner, which means that it's tuning all of the notes of the chromatic scale, it recognizes which note this string is close to and it tunes for that note. You notice I didn't have to program in anything to say this is an A. It just recognized that itself because it knew it was close to that note A. Now, if I pluck the note E now, so I'll pluck this note. Okay, so it's coming up as E, and it was coming up as pretty much in tune. Every second time I plucked, it was sort of slightly to the left, but mainly it was in the middle. So maybe I could tweak it slightly. I'll turn that clockwise, so I'll turn that tiny bit clockwise, and then I'll pluck it again. And now every time it's staying in the middle, and it's saying that it's blue. So it's very happy. All right, now let's go on to the D string, and I'm sneakily... Oh, look at this. I'm sneakily twiddling the D string so it's a bit flat. Ha-ha! Now for a challenge. All right, so pluck the D string. Very flat. Not sure if you can see that on the screen. Hopefully you can. But I'm going to need to turn that, I reckon, 2 full turns. I'll give it 2 full turns. Clockwise. And now I'll pluck this again. Still flat. Now I'm going to go berserk and do it 3 turns. And that will probably make it go sharp. So I'll be able to show you what it looks like when it's sharp. 2, 3. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh my gosh. What a disaster. That little needle has gone to the right. So now I'm going to need to turn the little fine tuner anti-clockwise. And it looked like maybe I'll need at least one full turn. How about that? Back to the tuner. Still a tiny bit sharp. And then almost getting down there. One more half a turn maybe. Maybe another half turn. Pretty good. And so you go on. In fact, maybe I'll finish it and I'll go on to the G string as well. So I'll pluck the G. It says that it's slightly flat. So I'll turn this maybe one turn clockwise. It's gone up to being in tune. So some tuners will pick up the pizzicato, the plucking, better. Some tuners won't really pick that up very well, in which case you'll have to pick it up and use your bow. So you can, if you're a beginner, maybe play the A and then look at your tuner, which of course is coming up as in tune because I've just tuned it. And you could play the note, and then if you need adjustment, you can bring it down and do the adjustment. Or you can do what a lot of slightly more advanced players will do, which is continue to hold the violin up there and bring your hand around here, and then do your tuning. I'll make it a little bit flatter. Made it anti-clockwise. That brought the tuning down to below A, and now I'll tune it clockwise. Back up into tune. That's easier in that you're always in contact with the fine tuner while you're trying to make it in tune. So now I should say that this tuning method with the tuner is only useful if your strings are pretty close to being in tune. If, for instance, your little brother has knocked your D string peg and the strings sound like this, E, great, A, great. Oh, what the? The D string is completely out of tune. G's fine. Oh no. What am I going to do? Now when I play that D string, it's not going to recognise that that's a D. It's saying an A, a sharp A. And the thing is, unless you have a reference note, you're not going to know if that's the A unless you've got some sense of where the notes are on your violin. You're not going to know if that's an A above the D that you're trying to tune, or an A 1 octave below the D that you're trying to tune, or an octave, or 2 octaves below the A that you're trying to tune. It's going to be really hard to tune. In which case, you have to go to my other video. Or should I do it now? No, other video where I demonstrate the tuning on the piano, where you can get a reference point and then start to use the pegs. But this video, okay, that is just for fine tuning when you are pretty close to having it in tune. Thanks for watching. Get very excited and go and watch my other video as well, because it'll be entertaining. I try to be entertaining. Thanks for watching.